Here you go.
All right, hey, if you're joining us live or if you're watching and streaming this after the fact, welcome to Stormfront Freaks Raw. We call this Raw because this is our recording. This is all the non-pretty stuff that you're going to get that hopefully maybe we try and edit out most of the non-pretty stuff. We don't get it all, but for the actual audio podcast. So if you're live with us, feel free to join in on the chat and ask questions, things of that nature. If you're watching this after the Thursday night live stream, again, this is raw. There's nothing overly fancy about this. But if you want to listen to the edited audio version of the podcast, we usually edit this recording, and we post the audio podcast the Sunday following the show. What's the date today? We got the 15th, so 19th?
18th.
So on the 18th. So we hope to have the audio podcast up on the 18th on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Stitcher, whatever, all the podcast apps. You can listen to the audio show. But the joy in watching the videos, you get a lot of gems sometimes that we do edit out of the show. You will also get our strong PG-13 rating on this. So if you got little ones, certainly at times you'll want to put the earmuffs on, especially tonight. We've got Weather Trollbot's going to be back. So definitely earmuffs for the little ones. But thanks for joining us. Feel free to join in the chat. So this is episode 116. We have Joe and Kelly Mays are with us. So they actually do, this is going to be really interesting. They do a minute-by-minute Twister podcast of the movie Twister. It's called Strong F2. Solid F2. Solid F2. And so each of their podcast shows is talks about a minute from the movie Twister. And how many minutes are you into it now? Just curious.
874.
How many minutes of the movie are you into?
875.
30. We're 30 minutes into the movie.
Yeah. It's been 7 years of doing this.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, we've been doing it. I don't know. I don't
she
even
has
know
no
anymore.
sense of time during quarantine. It's all over the place. She thought we started in August. I was like, yeah, we started in April. So
yeah, I don't know. It's been forever.
And I'll make one quick mention. If you're watching this live, we're going to be doing something a little different next episode, starting episode 117. We're now going to be going exclusive to our Patreon members. So we just started a Patreon website as a way to kind of help support our podcast a little bit. We've been doing this for a while and paying for things out of our pocket and everything.
And Phil,
else.
you're getting old, man. You're getting old.
I'm getting old. I can't do everything.
Yeah.
So in an effort to really accomplish two things, looking just for a little support to help us keep running this thing, number one. But number two, we want to engage more. One of the fun things we've been able to do is a little bit when we do the live shows, start chatting with people that are watching live. And we've gotten to love that. And so we've created multiple ways to actually be able to interact with you more often. And so if you go to patreon.com/stormfrontfreaks, you'll see all the different tiers and ways that you can not only support us, but also participate in some cool opportunities that we have. And I know Dan Wallace is joining us tonight. He's one of our top tier hurricane level VIP folks tonight. So he's joining us from Texas. And that's one of the tiers is you can actually join us on the show and get to interact with everybody. And when I shut up and stop talking, but Dan, it's good having you on the show.
Not as often as Dan hopes. But.
We got MJ. So MJ, and again, I don't know if you know everybody, but so MJ is Mark Johnson,
right here,
and we're brothers. Whoops, I'm looking this way. So he and I, we're brothers. And then right below me, this is Maz, and that's Mark Massaro, but we call him Massaro Maz, but that's how we separated the two Marks.
Brothers from different mothers.
That's right. We got Brady Harris, who was there and is gone. Kim is still supposed to be joining us. And then our guests, Joe and Kelly, as well. So it's good having you on, Dan. What's happening down in Texas today? Anything?
Not too much.
Just another day in paradise, huh? Yeah, first day of voting was yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Early voting.
yes.
Texas is warmer than Cincinnati. It's cold tonight. We got a frost
Yeah, it's
advisory.
not warm up
Just
here
a,
either.
just a little bit. Just a
Man.
little bit.
Cool. All right.
FYI, everybody, you might see someone in the background behind me. That's my son, Jacob. And
Jacob.
there he is.
What's up, Jake?
Ooh, what's up,
He is
Jacob?
doing he's doing classwork. He's doing an ethnographic study of our culture. So it will be interesting.
need to know.
It will be interesting to see what he writes about us,
About our culture.
about our culture, the group, how we interact, how
Drinking culture.
Yeah,
Drink,
no,
drink
there's
first,
that.
ask questions later. That's the policy.
All right.
Joey said I could have wine, so
Yeah.
Yes,
I
absolutely.
brought wine.
Why?
There you go.
Absolutely.
So anyway, he's a
are you
he's a
joining
senior.
us,
in,
Dan? Are you drinking anything?
Would you believe it was water?
Oh my god.
Good job.
All right. We
They say I'm a lot
gotta
more
work
fun.
on you a little bit, bud.
They say I'm a lot more fun the more water I had.
Okay. We'll find out, I guess, right?
The water's got a kick.
All right, so we're waiting for Kim, but we'll get started on a couple things. So those of you, Maz and Brady, I'm experimenting with our format a little bit tonight. So I'm gonna kind of break everything up into segments. So we'll do something, and then I'll take a break, and then we'll start the next segment, and then we'll take a quick break, start the next segment, so I can maybe move segments around a little bit like a puzzle. But one of the things I want to do, and my goal is to just tighten things up a little bit better, and to take those that are like squirrel, take those people whose attention span's a little bit shorter, like mine.
Like me.
Who's he talking about? Who's he talking about?
Hey, this is straight from the Patron users. So like, hey, come on, tighten it up.
So one of the things I'm going to do is we're going to start where normally we started the show, the edited show. We started with our intro music and MJ's background of all of us and our backgrounds and everything else. About a minute long intro to the podcast. I'm going to start with hey, on this episode, da 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 da, and then start music. But we're not going to do the whole 1 minute episode. I think I'm just going to cut a little music before we get into the welcome to the show.
It's his kind way of saying I've been kicked to the gutter. So,
No, this is just a way for me to go, I want to experiment. That's all.
You're the Wizard of Oz.
And so anyway, so that's how we're going to do it. So bear with me here. I'm going to do two what we call pre-openings, kind of a thing. So we'll kind of go ahead and get started with our recording. So here's the first one. And help me mark the time if you would, MJ, but I'm going to mark this 8:07.
So this is a real or fake opening?
No, this is real. Coming
By
in.
the way,
Fuck that. All right.
hold on. I got
8:17. What?
Todd was asking me if I'm a Nike sponsored Storm Chaser, and the answer is yes. I am sponsored by Nike because I can buy their T-shirts.
You just don't storm chase. That's the only problem.
Yes. Oh, I storm chase.
Mark, 8:32, coming in 3, 2. On episode 116, we've tweaked our show's format just a little bit, and we get to talk about the movie Twister with the creators of Solid F2, the minute-by-minute Twister podcast from Joe and Kelly Mays. We also have a new Wasted Weather clip featuring our friend Janice Dean. Weather Trollbot 5000 is back in from the garage, and much, much more. All right, so that's the first one. Now I'm going to do it different. So I'm going to try this out. This is probably going to suck, but bear with me on this one. Ready?
Do it backwards.
Mark the time is 9:10. Here we go. 3. I'm going to start this first. 3, 2. On episode 116, we've tweaked our show's format just a little bit, and we get to talk about the movie Twister with the creators of Solid F2. It's the minute-by-minute Twister podcast from Joe and Kelly Mays. We also have a new Wasted Weather clip. It's featuring our friend Janice Dean. Weather Trollbot 5000, we got her back in the garage, and much, much more. All right, I don't know.
Phil, you should probably close a window, man.
I like
Pretty
it.
windy.
Very good.
Do we
Good job.
even have to be here today? You're pretty good at this.
I don't know, dude. I'm like I said, it's Dr. Johnson.
He wants us all out.
in the All right, here we go. Coming now. Here we go. Now this is the other.
Wait.
Go ahead. What?
No, are we gonna wait for Kim or do we just go?
It's 9.
Yeah.
I'll text her. I'll text Kim.
All right, we'll give her. We'll give you a minute to text Kim and see if she responds.
If you need me to do it, if she's not here, just let me know.
If you what?
If you need me to do it, the intro, if she's not here, just let me know.
Yeah, I guess. So the next clip is we're just gonna do, hey, welcome to the show, and I'm going right into what are you drinking? Okay.
Okay.
And then as soon as everyone said what are you drinking, we're gonna stop again. And then I'm gonna do another 3, 2, 1 count in for you doing Joe and Kelly's intro.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
So we're gonna have another break after this.
Just quick.
Dan, do we send him to the green room
I
now?
don't care. Dan said, hey, can he still hear and see everything if he's in the green room, right?
Yeah, let's Dan, I'm gonna send you there once quick, and then you see if you can still hear us, and I'll bring you back just to ask. Okay?
It's a practice
We're
time out.
testing this too, so so bear with us a little.
All right, so now he's in the green room. I mean, if he gives us a thumbs up if he
Now,
can hear us.
I can't. Now it's interesting is I thought
Yeah,
I used to be able to see them, but
He
only
can
you
hear us.
can, I
Oh, you
guess.
can't see him at all?
No,
No,
only
he
you
can't see him.
which is fine. But
Okay, I can. But he says, okay, I'll bring him back just for a minute here.
Jacob, we're trying to figure out what kind of culture we have here too, just to let you know.
I know what kind of.
all right, so Dan, you could see and hear us just fine that way.
I could.
Okay, I think that's what we'll do.
Perfect, yep.
Just so that we're consistent moving forward as we get
Nice.
other people and stuff.
Yeah, because if we have several people, it's hard to put them all on screen. So
Don't think of it like a penalty box. It's
no,
not.
it's a green room.
So
Are you gonna have to
what
take a
we'll
test
do-
at the end of this? I feel like I'm studying for exam
We'll
right now.
have him go. We'll have him go to the green room, and then we'll do the intro, and then when we take we'll do the interview, and when we take our first break after the interview, we'll bring him in again as we normally
Yep.
would have a break then.
Yep.
And then we'll keep doing that.
It said I was backstage and I don't even have a pass, so that's cool.
Well, I'll have to make one and send you one. Well,
We do have a Patron level. We do a Patron level for that. Backstage passes, right, Phil?
He's got it. He's on it.
Patron level.
Patreon.
Yeah.
Patreon.
Or, wow, I don't know why I said
Patron.
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 I'm thinking of alcohol.
Patron's- you're
Sorry.
thinking-
Thinking
Yeah.
about drinking.
All right, no Kim. We're gonna get going. Did you hear anything, Brady?
No, we'll see.
All right, so here we go. Where are we at? All right, Mark 12:53 coming in 3, 2. Hey, welcome to the most entertaining weather podcast on your listening and viewing device. This is the award-winning Storm Front Freaks podcast, and it's always happy hour when we record every night. It's every night, what the heck. But tonight, it's a way to find out who's on the show, who do we got from our co-hosts. And I'm going to start up with MJ. MJ, what are you drinking tonight?
All right, I am drinking again. I have my favorite tall glass, and this is a Kraken barrel, which is Kraken and root beer schnapps and A&W root beer. If you like root beer barrels, it's dead on.
Wait, is that do you have A&W schnapps and root beer?
That is correct.
Wow, does
like
that is
double
that
root
mixed
beer.
well?
Double whammy.
It tastes like a root beer barrel. Absolutely.
All right,
you
Maz,
go.
what are you drinking tonight, brother?
Well, it's a little chilly in Ohio, so I'm just doing Maker's Mark on the rocks.
Oh,
That's
on the
new
rocks.
for you.
Yeah,
Do you have one of those big ice cubes or just a bunch of little ones?
sure.
Okay, sounds good.
What comes out of the fridge? Brady, what are you drinking tonight?
You know, I'm in Ohio too, so it's a little cold here, so I figured I'd warm myself up with a little bit of Tennessee honey whiskey. I'm drinking it straight.
good.
I'm drinking it straight because I do not do the ice cubes. You got to do either a big chunk of ice or nothing at all. Those whiskey drinkers, you agree with me, hopefully? Because the other way, the water will melt and it'll just be all watery, and you don't want that.
All right, thanks for your
You're welcome. My
dissertation
monologue.
on-
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Good. So let's Maz, let's get you if you can cue up their intro, and we'll bring you in on Joe and Kelly's intro.
Got it.
Are you ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to count you in 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
And you go.
Is it a welcome back?
Nope.
Okay.
No, just 3, 2, 1, and you just start. Hey, our guest tonight.
Gotcha,
Blah, 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 and then we'll start the interview. All right.
Okay.
Coming in. Oh wait, I gotta mark this. What's the time?
Hey.
15:06.
Phil.
Yeah, not 15:06.
Phil,
Yeah.
you've got on the script. You've got talking about our Patreon membership and things like that as an intro to the. Do you want to do
That's
that
Patron.
before you? That's Patron.
Patron.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Patron. Yeah, I'll quick do that. Good point. Thank you. I'm trying to keep up with this too. So mark 15:30 and 3.
This is
3, 2. Beginning with our next episode 117 on October 29th, we're going to be offering a number of special membership options for our listeners, including the live stream of Stormfront Freaks Raw. That's our unedited easy for me to say, right? Unedited episode recording that we do every Thursday night. We're going to be offering that exclusively to our Patreon members in an effort to help support the costs of producing this show and provide more interaction with you. We've created 5 different levels of support and participation, and you can find that all at patreon.com/stormfrontfreaks. The levels include exclusive merchandise, virtual happy hours with us and Brady. We even have a limited number of spots to join us in the green room on the show and have VIP access to speak with our guests. So we want to get to know you more, so go visit now at patreon.com/stormfrontfreaks. All right, let's quick redo this because that sucked, and you guys can interact with this.
Oh, can we? Okay, I didn't know.
I wasn't sure.
All right.
I'm always scared to interact.
This is
No,
so
you're
much
not.
tighter and.
Well, just
segment.
wait till it's edited. It's going to be beautiful. All right, coming in 3, 2. All right, beginning with our next episode, number 117 on October 29th. We're going to be offering a number of special membership options for our listeners, including, listen to this, the live stream of Stormfront Freaks Raw. And if you guys don't know what that is, that's
It's like Frankenstein.
I was like, ooh.
This is gonna get done so much faster.
Wow.
Man.
Hey, this is all about the content, Phil.
Joe and Kelly. We're going to get to you guys here soon. No, I'm sorry about
No
that.
rush,
only
no
our-
rush.
This is just our first minute. Just to
All
let
right,
you
take
know.
2. I'll try and tone it down a little bit this time, all right?
We got the Saturday Night Live, Tonto, and Frankenstein, and Tarzan.
Fire back.
I can't even imagine what Jacob's writing about this right now.
No kidding.
Wow. Wow.
He's like, clearly they started drinking early.
All right, we're going to start this again at 18:07. 3, 2.
Get it together.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Get it together. Come on, man.
We're picking it up at 18.
Why do I have to do this?
Dad, you got to believe yourself. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Joe and Kelly, I'm sorry, man.
Wow.
And Dan, we're sorry too.
Wow.
No, it's good for Dan, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I
This is
suppose.
probably- Oh, fuck. All right. Where are we at? 18. Holy shit, we're 20 minutes into the show already. 18:47 in 3, 2. Beginning with our next episode, number 117. It's on October 29th. Okay.
Turn off your cam.
We'll do
Matt,
it later.
turn off your camera.
We are never.
Matt,
We
turn
are
off your
never
camera
gonna get
now.
this done.
We're gonna do it later.
Turn off your camera.
We'll do that one later. Let's get to Joe and
Well,
Kelly.
there's no way I'm going to be able to intro now.
Oh, you can, because I'm not trying to do the stupid Patreon thing.
Oh,
Oh, God.
looks
What-
like I've been
what's-
crying, man. It's going to be like Joe and Kelly.
We'll have them
All right,
intro
all right.
themselves. All right, so let's do this.
Don't make those noises, please.
You just gotta stop. Just stop thinking about it.
Gosh, this is just like being on TV.
Just like
All right. All right.
Yeah, give him a minute.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, a little shot.
That'll help.
help.
You ready?
I hope family isn't watching tonight. All right.
All right, let's mark this at 2020.
All right.
2020. That's actually good mark. All right, Maz, counting you in 3, 2.
Hey, we are excited to have Joe and Kelly Mays. They are going to be on. They're on to. Let me tell you, they met at Penn State while earning their degrees in meteorology in 2007. Do the count the years here. Following their time at Penn State, Kelly continued her education in atmospheric chemistry at Purdue University, and Joe worked for the Indiana State Climate Office. I'm not sure how close they were at that time. But anyway, the married couple began a minute-by-minute podcast about the movie Twister in May of 2020. And you're 1 minute into the show. Is that right, guys? How long you been doing
That is
this?
correct.
What?
No, we're 30 minutes into the show, but it just feels like 1 minute.
So were you all like on your seventh beer and been like, hey, we should do a minute by minute? I mean, well, how did you come up with this?
I mean, we've been quarantined with 2 small children, so you got to do something else with your time. So
Right. So,
Wow.
yeah, it just kind of came up during quarantine, and back in April, we talked about it. I've been asking her to join me on a show for a while.
I said no
She's
repeatedly.
been saying no, right? She's guested on a few of the other shows that I do, but we couldn't find something the two of us were interested in, and I think Twister was on television one night, and I was like, we could talk about this. She's like, yeah, sure, we'll give it a try. And we're 30 episodes in, a half an hour into the movie,
and 2 listeners.
Wow.
And
We're good.
it's your
Awesome.
moms, right? It's
Hey,
each of your moms.
I'm pretty sure our first episode, I think we only had my grandma and like MJ or something on the first episode. So
We had to pay his grandma, so
yeah, I did. No, seriously, I was like, you have to listen to it, and I had to pull up the web browser because she didn't know how to get to the internet. So it was bad.
I was going to ask you guys how you picked Twister, and I thought there'd be a better story to that than just it happened to be on TV that night. But
Well, it is one of our favorite
one of our
movies.
favorites,
Of
yeah.
all
We
time.
so tell me about that, because obviously Twister's got a pretty big impact for a lot of people, and especially in whether a lot of it's good or not, but or I meant accurate or not. But so tell me what it is. Do you guys remember when you saw that movie and
Oh, yeah.
what you liked
Yeah.
about it?
100%.
You want me to go?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it came out in 96?
Yep.
So I was 11. And that's just the age where you start to maybe become a little more practical about what you want to be, because I went through a phase where I was convinced I was going to be a drummer for a band. And I don't play the drums. I have never played the drums. I just pictured myself being as a drummer in a rock band. That's what I was going to be. But then I saw Twister and I was like, I could do that. Maybe I'll do that instead. And I kind of stuck with that mentality through, high school into college, went to school for meteorology, learned about atmospheric science, learned about climate change, and sort of shifted gear into more of an environmental impact. But still stuck with the meteorology through school. But it changed my whole course of what I wanted to do, from musician on an instrument I couldn't play to science. So big impact.
So that's a good story. That's
Yeah.
a good story, because we don't know what it would have looked like had you gone that other route, I guess.
No, I don't think I would have met him. So
yeah.
Joe, what about you, Joe? What do you remember when you saw the movie, or what it
Yeah,
meant to you?
very sort of similar to Kelly. I was actually already interested in whether that was something that fascinated me. I could think back to 8 years old, just watching Weather Channel over and over and over again, falling asleep to it. That's what would be on the television. A few years later, I hear that a movie about meteorology, weather, storm chasing was coming out, and it was super interesting, and I was excited to see it. And I think probably around Memorial Day '96, I had gone to bed. It was the night before a school day, sometime in the end of May. I'm in bed, and next thing you know, my dad comes in the room, wakes me up, and says, "Let's go. We're going to see the movie," because I've been talking about it, wanting to see it. And this is late night, school night, but I was like, okay. So I remember we walked into the theater right as the movie was starting, sat down, and got to see the movie that I've been hoping to see for a long time, and I came out loving it and just being so excited that I got to see it. And my dad waking me up to take it too is something that I'll always remember. And it stuck with me and led me to Penn State to pursue a degree in meteorology.
So let me get this straight. She was 11 and you were 7 or 8?
No. I was interested in weather when I was 7 or 8, and then I was 12, I think, when 11 or 12 when the movie came out. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good school, Penn State. Good school.
Yeah. Whoop.
Seriously.
Yep. Awesome.
So Joe and Kelly, kind of give me so like first episode, like you guys, like how long is each podcast like that's focused on, a minute of the show? And what do you guys talk about? Because it's really interesting to me. Like, I don't know if I could fill 10 minutes with talking about a minute, just talking about myself, like it's awesome.
Yeah, we didn't know how much time we could fill speaking about a movie, but the conversation generally meanders. We'll find something in the scene to talk about. We've discovered all sorts of interesting things about the actors and actresses in the film, so we go off on tangents.
Yeah.
Bill Paxton was in a band.
Yeah.
We didn't know that.
Martini Ranch.
Martini Ranch.
Martini
Yeah.
Ranch. Yeah.
Listen,
Look it up. Yeah, the videos
please
are pretty
Google it.
epic.
It's
You need to look it up.
amazing.
Wow.
Really
Was he a
good
drummer?
stuff. Oh, singer.
He was lead singer.
Lead. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Lead
it's-
singer.
it's-
Wow.
Their album was called Holy Cow, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, that was one of our first 5 episodes. We found this out. We played some of the music. We sampled it. We pulled up the music video. It was something. But
There's a music video.
I didn't know.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this was a big thing before he got into acting. He was in this band, Martini Ranch. It's
Yeah. Pour
definitely
yourself a
Google
drink
it.
and pull it up on YouTube. It is
It's worth
That
it.
won't be
so
a
worth
problem.
it.
That won't be a problem.
Well, we weren't sure when we got started. I had no idea. All the other shows I do are an hour long, but talking about a minute of a movie, I had no clue how long it was going to take. Most of the time, our episodes are about 15 to 20 minutes because it's tough to drag out a minute of a movie. A few of them go longer, like I think the Martini Ranch episode, because we got lost in this YouTube video and bizarre music. We talked about that a little bit, and the intro episode's a half an hour, I think, because we kind of introduced ourselves. But for the most part, we try to keep it to a nice 15 to 20 minutes, talk what we need to about the 60-second movie clip, and then move on. And we try to record 2 or 3 episodes at a time so that you do get kind of the full podcast experience closer to an hour or so.
That's got to be tough when there's like no characters on the screen during that time frame. You're just like trees, more trees.
Another
Looks
cow.
like these
Yep.
are oak trees or maybe, a little bit of birch. Yeah, that would be, you're right. That would be tough.
Yep. Kelly did talk about background cows for a long part of
Yeah, I pointed them out in every minute for a solid 10 minutes.
Like,
of
do you
the-
guys keep
of the
it
movie.
strict? Like if, for example, like if there's literally nothing, like you're just driving for a minute, or I can't recall every minute of the movie, but like, do you guys keep it really strict where you're like, you start the timer, end the timer? Oh wow,
Yeah.
oh that's
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That's
So
actually really fun.
I pull it up on one of the screens here, and we usually watch it before we start, and we'll turn to each other and be like, wow, this minute is not great for conversation.
There's a minute where the 2 main characters are just having a fight with, about their marriage or
failed
lack
marriage,
thereof in the car, and I'm like, oof,
This is rough.
all right, let's talk about this. Just
Here
do a
we go.
little
What's
therapy session.
What's the farthest out on a tangent you guys have gone? I mean, are you like, we got nothing to talk about? If you burn all those trees, the amount of carbon, I mean, like, what do you
I
do?
could calculate it.
Probably
That was my grad school thesis. So
That's true. That's
Wow.
true. Last episode that we released, I think we took kind of a dive into the movie industry in general, and just kind of were disgruntled at the fact that no one's coming up with original ideas, but that's still related. We're talking about a movie, so that's not a big divergence. Probably the Martini Ranch, that music aspect, was something I didn't even know existed until we started to do this podcast, and I believe we discovered it live while we were recording.
yeah,
too.
I was Googling something about Bill Paxton on my phone, and I was like, wait.
He was in a
Hold
band.
everything. There's a band called Martini Ranch, and Bill Paxton was the lead singer. We have to talk about this right now. So,
The music video is like 8 minutes long too. It's crazy.
was there something about hot dogs in it? I feel
there's
I
something
don't know.
about
It's
a
been a
lot,
while.
yeah.
It's been a long quarantine.
Were you doing that live at the time?
Well, I
or
did
were you prior
live
to
recording.
preparing?
Oh no! When we discovered the Martini Ranch, we discovered it while we were doing the recording of the episode. Yeah, so everything you hear, I don't recall off the top of my head what minute it is. It's early though, like 7 or 8, something like that. And we just stumble upon. I think we were reading up on him, talking about him as an actor, and we're like, wow, he had a musical career before he really hit it big.
And we do try to pull in meteorology into it.
Yeah.
If I get a chance to talk about some of the physics that's happening, or little nuggets they throw out in the movie here and there, we'll talk about them.
I heard you guys talking about mammatus clouds
Yes.
recently when I was listening to one of your episodes. But so what got you into this minute by minute concept? I mean, you must have heard something or listened to something.
Well, if we were gonna, well, yeah, there's a bunch out there, these minute by minute pods. I think the ones that I've seen and listened to have all been Star Wars related, with so many movies to go into those minute by minute. There's a lot out there. I think I just took the 5-6 movies that we share that there aren't a lot of podcasts about. I just was thinking, hey, could we break this down minute by minute? It gives us a good amount of time and episodes, but it isn't something that we're like, this is going to go on forever. We'll get in, we'll get it done, we'll have fun, and then we'll be able to move on. And the minute by minute just allows it to be episodic.
So how old are you
have you gotten to your
be?
favorite scene yet? Have you gotten to your favorite Twister scene? Sorry, Maz.
No, not 30 minutes in. I mean, there's some good stuff. We just hit the first chase scene. That's where we're at right now. And that's a good scene. I don't know that I would say it's my favorite though. So we haven't hit my favorite yet.
Remind me of that
No,
part.
no.
Where was that? What is that part again? The first chase scene.
Where they go into the ditch. They're in the yellow Jeep. They're in the ditch. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it has us questioning the decisions of the characters more than anything else, which, I didn't do as a child seeing the movie, but now watching it and being somewhat critical of it as I'm watching it, a lot of the decisions are very poor decisions. And we do spend a lot of time wondering why would they do that?
Was
So
it like
you didn't answer my question? What's your favorite scene?
Oh, you want to know what
of
our favorite
Twister?
scene is?
Yeah, like have you gotten to it yet, or what is your favorite Twister scene?
I go if you're
go
going to
ahead,
think about
'cause
it.
I
My
got to think about it, honestly.
all-time favorite scene in Twister is when they're at the drive-in and The Shining is playing at the drive-in theater, and the wind is just starting to pick up a little bit. You don't really get the sense that anything's going on. A little bit of ominous music starts to pick up in the background just a little bit. You might see a flash of lightning here and there. And then, she notices the static on the screen and the girl and the barista stand, and they realize what's coming. They try to get people out. The buildup of that scene has just always been my favorite. So we haven't gotten there yet. It'll be another 4 years before we get to that scene.
Yeah, I think my favorite scene is probably the water spout scene. I really like that one, with Melissa in the back seat and just kind of seeing the two storm chasers, the weather nerds kind of freaking out about what they just saw, and she's there panicking because she doesn't know what's going on. And of course you get the cow scene, which everyone loves. That's probably my favorite part. I don't know if I've ever thought what is my favorite scene. I like enjoy the entire movie, and I never was like, this is my favorite moment.
Meg's mashed potatoes? That's my favorite part of the movie.
Great, yes. Famous gravy.
That's right. So how old are you guys going to be when this thing is all done?
Well, our kids will be in college.
Yeah, well,
So-
we'll probably put them through college by then, so.
I guess Joe's original idea was
My-
to finish it by next May.
Yeah, my hope was to be done with the entire movie by this coming May, because it's the 25th anniversary of the film. That was just kind of, I thought, we'll do this for a year, get everything done, and kind of have a finale here as we celebrate the actual 25th anniversary on May 10th. So we'll see if that happens. I have no idea.
We did a actual Twister commentary episode. It was back on episode 106 for us, where we all got together and we actually watched it and commented on it, but we didn't do minute by minute because I guarantee you we would have been at a loss for words. But I'll tell you what, it's time. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back with more from Joe and Kelly.
I'm loving that background. Where did you guys get all that stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Are you talking
MJ,
my
go ahead and
background?
bring Dan back.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Oh, that's just from the other podcast that I do. It's props, footballs, helmets from the high school football team.
Nice.
Were
Joey
you
gets
doing that
one room
before
in
you
the
did the
house.
Twister one?
Yeah. I started
Okay.
the high school football one the summer of 2015.
Hey, Dan, nice background. I like that.
Yeah, he's got stuff going too.
Do you have a green screen or something in the back, or?
No, I've been like doing some drawing in the break.
Yeah.
I like it.
Wow. An
I watched
artiste.
you do
We
that.
have an
Airbrush.
artiste.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool up here as opposed to down here.
Very nice.
I remember those days. Yes. First time on the
Never
air,
good at that.
pointing left and going over here in the east. You go west, east.
No.
Man, it was brutal. It was
I've got a
brutal.
preview monitor over here, but it's not plugged in right now. So
I don't even think we had a monitor. It was bad.
Really? You were just winging it the whole time? Wow.
Yeah, it was. I think. Trying to remember. Or maybe it was in college. We didn't have a green screen. No, we had to draw in college. That's right. That was fun. That took a long time to draw the maps.
Wow, 19 whatever? When
Yeah.
was that?
Yeah, 87,
Okay.
86, 86. Yeah.
So who do we got on? We got Curtis, Todd, Melissa, Kyle Jordan.
Melissa.
We got watching tonight. So
Sorry.
Wait,
looks like
Curtis, it's like watching a train wreck. What the heck?
that was probably
Good
me
kind of
laughing.
train wreck. A good train
Because he
wreck.
says I can't look away. I like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Oh, that was okay. That was
Like-
during the breakdown we had.
Yes, it was.
Okay, I
Think about
understand.
it. Some of the best television shows like Bachelor. I mean, it's a train wreck, but you can't stop watching.
That's it.
Just saying. It's an interesting angle.
Should,
You're off
should
the
I
hook,
try and
Curtis.
do?
You're off.
Should I try and do that quick? spot I was
Probably
gonna do?
not. Probably not. I say we just nix it.
What?
I can't mix it.
You can record that just audio only and put it in if you want.
I
That's
think-
just
It's more enjoyable to get.
It's like a rite of passage. He's got to do it in front of us.
All right, so here we go. I'm going to quick mark this 3656.
Here we go. Am I allowed to comment or no?
2, I don't care. Hey, beginning with our next episode, number 117, on October 29th, we're going to be offering a number of special membership options for our listeners, including we're going to have a live stream of Stormfront Freaks Raw. Now, that's our unedited, strong PG-13 recording that we do every other Thursday night, but we're going to be offering that exclusively to our Patreon members. So in an effort to kind of help support the costs of us producing this show, and really to also provide more interaction with you, we've created 5 different levels of support and participation, and you can find all those at patreon.com/StormfrontFreaks. So levels, listen to this, they include exclusive merchandise, virtual happy hours with us, maybe it's
Ooh, there you go.
Maz, Brady, maybe with you, MJ.
Cheers.
nice.
And so we'll have virtual happy hours with you, and we even have a limited number of spots to join us in the green room on the show and have VIP access to also speak with our guests. So we want to get to know you more. So go visit now at patreon.com/StormfrontFreaks and go ahead and pick a level of support and membership that works for you. All right. Done.
Magic. Phil, that was amazing. Just saying.
I'm nervous because Jacob is writing a lot back there. What
He is. Yes.
are you writing? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to tell you.
He doesn't wanna say.
Stick figures, some clouds.
I see
All right.
John Larson's joined us. He was asking what Jacob's doing. He's doing
Oh,
his schoolwork.
John.
He's doing a study on us. Go figure. So,
is John studying us then too?
apparently, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Why whether people should be on meds?
I am on meds, man. Cut it out.
My meds are all good.
All right, so here's what we'll do. So we'll go ahead and come back from break. I'll just come back. We'll go through some more questions with you guys, maybe for another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll do the lightning round and take another break after that.
Dan,
Dan, I
any
feel
burning
like
questions?
You were at the FCC, Dan. I feel like you're just like
Yeah.
you're like you can't say that. You know?
Any burning questions for our guests, Dan?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
No, I'm enjoying the show though.
Awesome.
Cool. It's good having you, man.
Go.
Alrighty, so let me go ahead and mark the time. We're at 39:40.
Did you just
Coming
punish
in
him
in
again?
3,
Put him in the green room.
2.
Sorry.
Hey, welcome back. We're with Minute by Minute Twister movie podcasters, Joe and Kelly Mays. And guys, one of the questions I've got from you both went to Penn State and you both got degrees in meteorology. And, I mentioned to you earlier, a lot of us on the show, some of us aren't even meteorologists. We're storm chasers or spotters. Some are retired meteorologists. We actually have meteorologists that practice meteorology. And we have those that have studied meteorology but are not in the field as well. And I think that's interesting about you guys. Tell us kind of what you're doing right now and how that path has worked for you, because we do have a lot of people that listen to the show and are in meteorology or are looking to go into atmospheric science or something of that nature. And I think it's good to just kind of understand how it works and what's out there or what's not out there and how that's going. So, Joe, why don't you start?
Sure. So I got my degree in meteorology from Penn State, and I worked at the Indiana State Climate Office, which is on the University of Purdue campus. I was right there with Kelly while she got her master's degree. And while we were out there, just kind of talked about the future, and we weren't sure that we were both going to be able to find a job in the field, at least immediately. And we ended up talking about it, and I mentioned and suggested to her that maybe we could possibly move back to my hometown, and I would work with my family in their business, which is a sandwich shop, a retail food vending wholesale sandwich shop, which has been around now almost 75 years. While Kelly searched for a job in a related field, and that's what we ended up doing, and that's where we are to this day. Me not working in meteorology or climatology is not done because I didn't like it by any means. I thoroughly enjoyed it, but it was more of a practical decision at the time, and that's what we stuck with now for the last 11 years. So that's how it worked for me.
Yep. I got my degree from Penn State, 2007, meteorology. Knew I was going to go to grad school. Had pretty solidly decided I wanted to go into the atmospheric science track as opposed to the communications track. And I was really interested in climate change and how humans would impact that and the chemistry behind it. So I ended up joining the chemistry department at Purdue, got my degree, did my thesis in the actual carbon dioxide coming off of the city of Indianapolis. So I built a model, and we actually went up in an airplane and took measurements of the gases coming off the city. Did that several times and wrote a thesis around it to actually measure the carbon footprint of an entire city. So that was my thesis. And eventually, when we came back to Pennsylvania, I got a job in air quality. And then now I work for an environmental testing lab. I'm actually in the water field now. So I run the project managers at an environmental lab now.
What kind of gases come off of Indianapolis?
I was mainly measuring carbon dioxide, but we're looking at methane too. There's a lot of agriculture around
Comes right from you.
Indianapolis.
That's right from you.
Downtown methane city.
Wow.
It was really cool though, because we would fly up in the airplane and basically back and forth we would map out the bottom layer, the boundary layer of the atmosphere up until we hit an inversion, and you could see very clearly where the power plant was located in the city, where the highways were. We had enough granular detail to really map out not just that there was a plume, but what that plume looked like coming off of the city, and how that changed throughout the day and throughout the seasons. It was really interesting. I did not like flying in the airplane. At least once the door popped open next to me mid-flight. So we're about, 1,000 feet up in the air and my door popped open, and that's not something you like to happen in an aircraft. But the pilot, who was my advisor in grad school, just leaned over and yanked it shut and said, "That happens sometimes." I'm like, "What?"
No big
deal.
No
He
big
didn't like tilt the plane or anything, and then sick of my passenger.
He's like, "The pressure will keep the door shut." So I'm like, "Will it?" Okay.
So Joe and Kelly, I got a question, and this is coming. So I think we can most of us on this podcast, most people that watch this podcast, will probably classify themselves as weather nerds. I know I do. And, this is coming from me. I'm a single guy and I studied meteorology in college. Like, does it work like between two people that are weather nerds? Like, is that awesome? Is that bad? Like, because I've always thought, like, should I go find someone that loves weather or should I find someone that is like repulsed by weather and like opposites attract? I don't know. Does it work?
No, it completely works.
Absolutely
it works for us. It's probably the one thing that we share the most in common. I mean, we have a lot of overlap and a lot of likes, but weather is definitely one that we're always in agreement. It's whether it's check out these cool clouds or I can't wait for the storm to get here or let's go take pictures of this. Wow, look at this radar or look at this new resource that I found. Like we're always sharing that stuff. Or even if it comes to silly stuff, weather memes or anything like that. That's stuff that we share with each other all the time.
Are you guys always in agreement? Are you ever like, no, you are wrong?
No.
No, it's not
I'm always right.
Yeah,
There you go.
but
Yeah.
in weather, we're in agreement. So.
Yeah. I do recall a specific instance where, so we were actually engaged when we went out to Purdue.
Right.
And so, we were already planning to get married, but I knew it was definitely going to work when the tornado sirens went off. And we both, without saying anything, ran outside. Did the opposite of what you're supposed to do, the opposite of the safe thing. But I knew it was going to work whenever we both had the same instinct of, I got to see it. I got to go see it. I just got to know if I can see it. We didn't see it, but
No, we never saw
we
it.
never saw it. We were always close,
But
but never saw it. But I knew it was going to work when we both had that same instinct.
I love that.
So what's the dream for you two? I mean, you both being in meteorology is like, what's the event that you want to both experience?
I think I don't know if there's one specific event, but I know we both want to do storm chasing. Like during storm season, we both want to be in Tornado Alley chasing.
You guys ever drive into a tornado or drive near to? Like, how close is comfortable for you guys?
I don't know, we've never been that close, so I don't know if I can even answer that.
Well, the closest we got, we were at a bar one night out in West Lafayette, Indiana, and the sirens started going off while we were in the bar. And we're in a bar where the entire front of the room is plate glass. The entire back of the room is mirror. And all the glasses, the wine glasses, everything's hanging. And the sirens are going off. And I'm like, well, this doesn't seem like the best place to be. It's like at the end of Twister when they're in the barn with all the farm equipment and sickles. I'm just like, this maybe not great. But that's probably the closest we were about 4 miles away, 4 or 5 miles away from where that touched down. I think that's the closest we've ever been. But yeah, I'd say the ultimate dream would be out there on a chase team, watching it. I drool over the supercell photos that come out of those places. I'm a photographer as a hobby, so I just can only imagine how cool it would be to get that shot. But that's
we
the
love
dream.
Greg's stuff, so.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, he and I asked him to be on tonight, and he said, "Oh, Joe and Kelly Mays."
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
I get it.
Wow, Phil. Wow.
No, he was like he didn't like the competition. That's what he was afraid of.
That's exactly.
So hey,
Yeah.
that's our sound, guys. It is time for the lightning round. So this is our game show of flashy and brilliant questions that we always play with our guests. We invite everybody else to always play along as well, especially if you're live on the chat. Here's what's interesting tonight. We're gonna go back to the vault. This is a little old school this evening, and we're gonna go back to episode 1 of Stormfront Freaks. And at the time, we were celebrating the 20th anniversary of Twister. And so we played a little lightning round based on the movie Twister. So that's what we're bringing it back tonight just for you guys. But here's what we're going to do different. And so this was when the lightning round was the lightning round. Like we'd ask a question, you'd have to respond quick. We'd ask a question. So that's how we're going to do it. And I'm going to go back and forth. I'll start with Kelly. Gets the first question. Quick response. Joe, you get the next question.
No, we're competing
Quick
against
response.
each other.
Yep. So we're going to go back and forth. And if any of you, either one of you, if you get the buzzer, then I'm going to go to the freaks.
All right.
Right?
And
the freaks.
Penn State loses its credentials. Just saying.
Oh, the pressure.
Yeah.
All right. So are you guys ready? We're gonna kind of buzz through this rather quickly.
We're going to buzz through it?
We're
That's
gonna
a fun.
There you go.
buzz or bell through it.
Wow.
All right. So here we go. We're starting with Kelly. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What actress played the role of Joe?
Helen Hunt.
All right, Joe. What food in Aunt Meg's breakfast was described as practically its own food group?
Gravy.
Kelly, what was the real reason Bill went to see Joe at the beginning of the movie?
To get the divorce paper signed.
Good. All right, Joe, what animal was seen flying in the water spout?
Cow.
Oh, this is an epic battle.
Kelly, what movie is playing at the drive-in theater when the tornado hits?
The Shining.
Wow.
You already answered that. What is the name of Bill and Joe's tornado recording contraption, Joe?
Dorothy.
He's gonna crack.
Kelly, what is the name of Jonas's tornado recording contraption?
It's Toto. No, it's not Toto. Toto's the real one. Ah!
All right,
No.
freaks, what is the name of Jonas's tornado recording contraption?
That hurts.
Billy.
All right, Joe.
Bob.
Bobby.
Dot 3.
Dot 3. All right, Joe, back to you again. What was Bill's nickname by the team as told in the story around Meg's table?
The Extreme.
The Extreme. All right, in an error of the film crew, Kelly, even though the movie is set in Oklahoma, what sign is seen on the road signs?
Oh, Texas?
Correct. Joe, true or false? Twister was the first movie ever released on DVD.
True.
It's true. Kelly, what Star Wars movie quote was used in the film?
That's not a moon. That's a space station.
Very good. Joe,
God.
what university was represented on Dusty's hat?
Oklahoma.
The number of tornadoes in the film, Kelly, is it higher or lower than 6?
Lower.
Freaks.
Oh.
Higher.
Well, wait. That was 50-50.
It was,
Wrong.
that's how it worked out.
That's fair.
All right,
That's fair.
Joe, what was Bill's current career? What was his current career?
Weatherman.
Why do you say it like that?
Very good. Does Joe ever sign the divorce papers, Kelly?
Yes.
Who says the days of sniffing the dirt are over, Joe?
Jonas.
While chasing, the convoy ends up on a small trail going through a cornfield that Rabbit refers to as what?
Bob's Road.
What town in Oklahoma does Aunt Meg live in?
Wakita.
Near the end of the movie, what did Bill and Joe drive right through, Kelly?
A cornfield. Also a burning house.
I'll give you
Jesus,
the
how many
house on that
times
one.
did you guys watch
Yeah.
this movie? Like 90?
Atmosphere.
Oh, at least.
90 million?
I'll
Daylight.
give you the house. All right, Joe, what kind of therapist is Melissa?
A reproductive therapist.
You just covered that
my
on your most
God.
recent episode.
We
All right,
did.
what did the crew use to give Dorothy's sensors extra lift, Kelly?
Pepsi cans.
Wow, yep. Where was Aunt Meg's car after the tornado hit Wakita?
A tree around the corner.
Oh, you even got, see, I was going to catch
Yes.
it.
You
It
give him the
wasn't around
question. I mean,
corner.
that is insane.
That's impressive. All right, the last two. Kelly, actor Carrie Elwes, who played Jonas, also starred in what movie with Andre the Giant?
Oh, the Princess Bride. Oh, I
Good
took really long.
one.
All right, Joe, let's finish it up. During breakfast at Aunt Meg's, the crew was discussing the size of tornadoes they had seen. What scale were they using?
The Fujita scale.
Which hadn't been invented
Had
yet.
not been invented.
If you ask me this many questions about my mom, I don't think I can answer all. Dang.
That was outstanding.
Amazing.
Wow.
And if you guys, Maz and MJ and Brady, if you guys remember episode 1, we had on a physicist
Yes.
that created a tornado sensor thing.
Yes.
I'm a jobber.
Well said.
Yes, thank you. And he was not that good.
He was a
with his
physicist.
answers.
He was a physicist.
He's a physicist, yeah.
That's,
Right.
that's what, yeah.
He was not.
Not
So
an
anyway,
entertainer.
great job, guys. Holidays, they're coming, and everyone wants to know what to get you. And at helicity.co, they have a huge selection of weather-themed merch, including Stormfront Freaks shirts, mugs, face masks, and even our new stickers. So go to helicity.co and click on the Brands tab to find all your Stormfront Freak favorites. Guys, can you tell us how they can find you on social media and find your podcast?
Sure. Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Solid F2 Pod, or search for Solid F2 Podcasts. And you can also subscribe to the show through Anchor.fm or SoundCloud. And those sites are also put to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and pretty much anywhere you can find a podcast. We should be there.
So what episode are you guys on in your own show?
We are finished with episode 30, so we're 30 minutes into the movie, and we have about a little over an hour and a half left to go. So we got a good 90 plus episodes. So
you got time to spend
fun.
together.
It sounds pretty
good.
fun. I'm for sure gonna check it out because just from
good.
talking to you guys, it sounds awesome.
All right, well, hey, it's time for our final break. We've got Weather Trollbot is out, and we've got some unbelievable weather fools for you as well. So hang on.
So
There it is.
So I actually found you guys through Helicity. That's how I found you guys.
Really?
That's how I started
Oh my
watching your show. So
On
That's a little-
Helicity TV or
Helicity, no, the shop through the
Through the
Helicity,
merchandise.
Yeah,
Okay.
through the merchandise.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I was actually when I was looking for things to use for the podcast. I found I was just looking like Twister and images and things like that, and I saw the Muskogee State shirt on Helicity. So I just was browsing like everything they had on there, and I saw the Stormfront Freaks section. I was like, oh, I love listening to podcasts while I'm at work. I'll have to check them out.
So we were a mistake.
So we were. Yes.
Happy
But
Happy
as we were.
accident.
This was a mistake waiting to happen. Best
All right.
mistake ever, though. Best mistake ever.
Dan, would you agree with that?
mistake.
Absolutely.
No.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. man.
Thank you. I see Curtis said it's an airplane. That's a big deal. You're a big deal,
Yeah.
Kelly. You
When
were-
the door opens, yeah.
was it
Yeah.
a single prop Cessna kind of plane?
It was a twin prop.
Okay,
Um,
a little better.
That's right.
Yeah. If you're on a date, that's a bad sign. Door
we
opens.
also
That's right.
we had ripped the seats out of the back. It was originally a 6-seater. It became a 2-seater. We put all the equipment back there, all the measuring. We had borrowed some stuff from NOAA to shove in the back of this plane.
Borrowed?
And borrowed.
Kept the seatbelts stuck?
Borrowed.
Noah.
Did we?
I
Kept
think there were
seatbelts?
seatbelts. I mean, I don't think I would have fallen out of the plane.
You always
But-
said how cold it was.
Well, that was what I was just going to say. We often blew a fuse on takeoff, but in order to not have to reset the equipment, we would just go with it. But, it's cold up there.
This is like,
And
let's
so
just go with it.
no
Usually,
heat, doors
Safer
off.
on-
yeah,
plane.
usually my
Wow.
toes were little ice cubes by the end of the flight. But it was worth
How-
it. I got my master's.
How long was it? How long was the whole flight?
Each flight was usually about 2 hours. We would stop to refuel in the middle. We couldn't fill it completely with fuel because of the equipment that we shoved in the back of it. So we had to kind of stay light on fuel and watch the clock while we were up there. And it was fun. I mean, my advisor was the pilot, and we were flying VFR. So a lot of the times he would just say, "Let me know if you see a radio tower I should avoid." And it was high stakes and
Boy.
lots of fun.
There you
But
go.
we'll do anything for the data. We got the data. We did what we needed to do. So it was
So
good.
it was an interactive flight.
Yes, it
Interactive.
was an
There
interactive
you
flight.
go.
It was absolutely. I also got terribly airsick on every single one.
Oh.
Did you throw up on your advisor?
Oh, God.
No, just
Just
I
nearby.
carried a bag with me, and every single time,
All
time
right.
he'd ask me, "Do you want me to land?" I'm like, "No, I don't want to have to do this again." So let's just
Name
do it.
this
All right.
movie. Name this movie. You didn't throw up in front of Dean Wormer. You threw up on Dean Wormer.
Twister.
Old school.
Old school?
No,
Old school? No.
no, it's a classic. It's
Delta
oh my gosh, I'm
Taukai.
not- Yes.
Animal House?
Oh my God.
Yes,
Animal
Animal
House.
House. Good
Animal
job.
I
Yeah.
didn't see it.
I couldn't think of the name.
All right.
All right, so
making
here's
sure.
your teaser question. Joe and Kelly, you ready?
Yep.
I'm marking this at 59:15.
It's the Patron question.
2. So, how long would you two last together in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh man.
I feel we're pretty resourceful. I think we would be okay. We would have to manufacture our own weapons. That could be what is our downfall. But
I don't feel like you're super handy. I mean, like
wow,
I'm just saying, you're really great with like tech stuff.
this is true.
But like, if I was like, fashion a baseball bat with nails coming out of it. I feel like I'd have to do that myself.
That's pretty like
Joe,
That's like caveman level
Well,
esque.
I'm assuming in a zombie apocalypse we've lost electricity. I'm just
Probably. That's a safe assumption, I feel like.
saying. I feel like
I've
that.
got saws and hammers. I think I could come up with something.
Do you-
Wait,
That was
who can run faster? That's what I want.
Ooh.
All right, so
run
here's what we're
faster
gonna
or
do.
longer?
Are you
You have to outrun one.
are you guys gonna
That's right.
stick around for the rest of the show?
Yeah.
Cool.
If you'd like,
All
sure. I still have wine.
Youwill be sorry.
That's
all you
right.
want.
No, I know
Dan needs a refill
Trollbot's
too.
here,
Someone get Dan a refill.
Oh man,
Hold
I
on.
ran
Come
out
on,
of
Dan.
time.
There you go.
Our green room's fully stocked.
There
right,
you
Dan?
go. Refill.
That looks like our old set behind you there, Dan. Very nice.
Your old Cincinnati set is very nice, Dan.
That's got a little more
Better setup.
population.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come back, Brady, to Weather Fools. We're gonna start with that one, and here's what we're gonna do. So each of these little segments, we're gonna do it, and then done, and then we're gonna count in the next segment, right? Do it and done, instead of wrap each one into itself as we've been doing it. And the hope there is it's given me some blocks to maybe move around a little bit. We'll see how it works, but.
What was that
Do you
middle
mean
thing?
every single weatherful? We break it up like, hey, here's your one weatherful.
No.
No, do
Weather
the whole.
Fools segment
yeah.
is a segment, and then we're done, and then we'll do the next segment, and we're done.
So I don't get to kick it over to you. That was like the funnest part.
Nah, you're not kicking
Over
it
to
over
you,
to
Phil.
anybody anymore. So Brady,
No.
Brady,
He
pointed at
Brady
Dan.
will come in. So when I count in, we're gonna play the song, but I'm not gonna do the applause
Hey,
this time.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were coming back.
No, not yet. But that's good. That's good practice.
There you go.
So who's got Weather Fools? Oh shit!
Brady's
I knew that
got
was gonna
one.
happen.
Okay, this
Last
is
night I
this
didn't bring
is
a
bad
Weather
because
Fool.
mine is great, but
I
it's
do
also
not.
bad.
I do not have any.
It's okay. We'll just do mine. Mine's
All
fantastic.
right.
Phil's got 7.
We'll talk
I
about
don't have
mine.
any.
We'll talk
Like
about
one
mine.
night I didn't bring any, and I'm like, okay, these guys, they'll bring something.
You got to let us know that, Phil.
No, it's not how it works.
That's right. This will be great. This will be great. This will be great. I'll be like, hey,
Brady, do yours minute by minute.
mine is 27 seconds. So I'm gonna do it second by second.
All right.
Is this
Hey.
something that you got to share your screen?
Yes, it is. It's an oldie but a goodie.
Hang on, while he's doing that, here's a comment based on the zombie thing.
Nice.
Oh,
Plenty of helmets.
Oh, this
This
they've
is
got
true.
plenty of helmets. Yeah.
nice
Be
orange.
prepared.
Thanks, man.
Good point.
It's true.
She's
Very
looking
good
out for you
point.
guys.
Must be from Florida.
Based on, is that an orange or a peach on her?
Oh,
No, that's an orange, I think.
Her little, oh, it is an orange.
looks
It's
kind of
orange,
orangey.
Yeah.
That one is.
Frost advisory. Just saying.
We do. Except I'm afraid to put the helmets on. I feel very claustrophobic with these things, so I feel like I'd get eaten fairly quickly.
Are you, Brady? Are you ready? Are you sharing your screen and all that?
I
kind of
see
I'm
his
ready.
screen. Yep.
No, I'm ready.
Okay, and then so episode 116 show notes, and
Chop it.
send it to me.
Yeah.
Right.
And Brady,
you're
just
not
call it
turning
we-
it over to anybody.
Just call it Weather Fool tonight.
Right.
Ooh, okay, you know what? That's good. I'm rolling.
All right, Dan. We'll see you on the backside, buddy. All right, Brady, counting you in 3, 2.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Stormfront Freaks podcast. It's time for everyone's favorite part of the show, Weather Fools, or should I say Weather Fool, because tonight the Freaks blew it and no one came up with the Weather Fools but
Sorry.
me.
Blew
So
it. The
tonight we're going
one
to be doing...
time I don't bring one.
You know what? You're right. Phil is usually an overachiever, and tonight he underachieved in a big way. But don't worry, I've got a great one for the group. So for those that don't know what Weather Fools is, Weather Fools is us as the freaks, where I'm the only freak that did it this time. Us as the freaks are going on the internet. We're looking for a YouTube video or something else that someone did something not so smart, silly, or just downright stupid, and it's got to pertain to the weather. So let's get right into it.
And that's not real. Hashtag fake news on this.
Well,
one, but go ahead.
Really?
We'll see. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's titled "Weatherman Erection Mistakes." So those that have children watching the show, please
Oh, boy.
turn away now. So this is a weatherman. I don't know what his name is, but he's broadcasting Tropical Storm John, and he's doing a forecast here, and he's showing the cone. right? And he's showing it growing and growing. And I'm going to pause it right there. So look at the position. I mean, like, how can you not understand? Like, just look at the TV on the side or something. Like, dude, come on. But it's basically, for everyone that can't see, the cone is coming out right of his midsection and it's growing. And he's kind of leaning into it. It's not good. It is not good at all. It looks kind of like, I think we can all guess by the title what it looks like.
Is this fake news?
Yeah, listen, because you see, it's there was something about this before. I can't remember what it was, but it's totally not real. Like, well, and who's gonna lean into it like that when he's showing the storm path?
Phil, did you ever see anything that this was fake news? Like, did you see it was verified it was fake?
No, I didn't.
It looks real. I think it's real.
Just really wants it to be fake.
No, please let it be fake.
That's good. It is a classic, though, Brady. You're right.
It's so bad. I mean, look at that freeze frame. It does not. I mean, even the shape of the cone looks. It looks like a penis. I'm sorry, but it looks like a penis.
There's no letters for the except HD.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah.
I think it does. No, it switches over to Fox. Like if you go ahead and kind of play it again, Brady, play it again. And see how it switches over to Fox there. Yeah. Now that doesn't tell. Oh, Salt Lake City.
Oh.
It said Salt Lake City. Maybe it's not fair. I don't know. Why would Salt Lake City be reporting on Tropical Storm John?
Because you have family.
I'm going to show everyone again, just so everyone can see it unfiltered here.
We did.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a good break. We're right there.
That's too good. So we'll have the link here to our one Weatherful. Y'all are slackers, but this is a goodie. You guys are going to be sure to check this out. This is show 116. So this link will be in our show notes. And peace.
Now you know why there's one. Yeah,
that's good. Okay, you sounded like the Hobbit. 111. Episode 116.
I legitimately forgot, so I was just trying to buy time.
All right, so we're gonna do Wasted Weather. This is a new one.
Oh,
this will be a goodie. Coming in 3, 2. All right, so you guys are gonna love this. One of our new episodes, one of our new segments that we're gonna do. We're gonna call this Wasted Weather. And Wasted Weather, if you've listened to any of our past shows, we have a new segment also called Potty Mouth Forecasts, right? And what we've done is we've gone into the dark web. You know, we've gone to that shady place on the internet that no one wants to go to or the wrong people want to go to. But I thought, you know what, there might be some good weather stuff there. And sure enough, we found Potty Mouth Forecasts. But while I was looking for that, I ran across some weather people that were on air but must have been drinking or inebriated or intoxicated or just sloshed. I don't know what it is, but this one caught my eye right away because this is our friend Janice Dean from Fox News, senior meteorologist. And I was listening to this and she was talking, and I'm like, there's just something wrong with you. Normally, you guys know Janice is very bubbly and talks really fast and goes, and this is different. So I found this, and I want to play it for you guys. You tell me what you think.
And she's not a teetotaler.
Look at the radar. So we did have a little bit of a system across the Northeast. Still a little bit of rain in Florida. But out west, we have had unprecedented, wildfires, and now the potential for flooding and mudslides and debris flows. It was a tragic day in Southern California yesterday because of the rain. Thankfully, that has moved eastward, but it's giving us some energy for a storm system across the upper Midwest.
She's still remembering
the
everything.
northern
She is.
plains.
Good.
It's amazing.
And look out.
She sounds like
we
Dina.
might have
Look
a
out.
storm system here across the northeast on the weekends. So we will keep you up to date. That's a stay tuned, folks.
Right.
Janice, and it's early in the morning.
Oh,
You
come
know,
on.
right? I think she's maybe had a glass of wine, Kelly, like you, when
She
she's
had
been on the
too
show.
many of MJ's root beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she had some root beer barrels.
Wow.
I think.
That could be Kraken Barrel.
Wow.
All right, cool. Done with that. We're going to Weather Trollbot. You guys ready
Buckle up.
for the Trollbot? It's time to buckle up. All right, Weather Trollbot. Hold on, let me set this up.
Dan,
turn it
cover
on.
your ears.
Hey, get this, Weather Trollbot. I don't know any of you with an iPhone. Siri's had an upgrade, and Siri is getting to sound more normal. And so I'm going to have to introduce Weather Trollbot with a little, with an upgrade.
With an upgrade,
Upgraded
yeah.
Weather Trollbot. So, all
You
right,
Better
coming
plug
in.
her into a short extension cord in case she turns on you.
True. Where is my Weather Trollbot? There it is. Okay, here we go. Coming in. Oh, got to mark the time. What is
I
it?
got it.
1:10.
I got it.
Coming in 3, 2. All right, our favorite Weather Trollbot. I want to let everybody know, if you're not familiar with Weather Trollbot 5000, we found her at a garage sale. It's probably been a year or so. And she, for the most part, looks like an advanced speak and spell. For those of you that are old enough to know what that is, but it's a funky looking robot. And we reprogrammed her because I've always wanted to, and I know you guys, you've always wanted to know, when you see social media and you see all our weather friends getting trolled by people, just nasty people, right? And they're always responding very professional, very nice, and professional. I've always wanted to know what they're really thinking when they respond that way. So we reprogrammed Weather Trollbot 5000 to be able to interpret those responses and interpret the trolls to really formulate what they were really thinking when they responded to the troll. And I want to let you know, we did a little upgrade. So I had some time because of COVID, and I was kind of quarantined for a little bit with all this contact tracing stuff going around. And we kind of reprogrammed Weather Trollbot a little bit to make her sound. She sounds really good, like almost sultry sounding
Like
a
cute?
little bit. But so here we go. I've got 2 we're going to cover tonight. So the first one, this is from meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen from 9 News, Colorado. And he's responding to this Twitter post from Jameson Young, who's at Jameson C. Young on Twitter. Jameson said, "Can you guys please stop asking Corey Reppenhagen to sound like a constipated game show host in his canned pieces? It's so obviously strained and unnatural. He sounds so much better in his live shots. Let the man talk normal, please."
Ouch.
So it's not nice. Not nice. But Corey, professional guy, professional meteorologist, he comes back and says, "Yeah, next time I get the constipated game show host request, there's a high probability I might decline." Ha! All right. So
Wow.
what we do, so I got to punch that in to Weather Trollbot. And we're gonna find out what Corey was really thinking when he actually responded professionally the way that he did.
Here's what Corey was really thinking. I have no problem with the game show host voice. But how the fuck does constipation have anything to do with your speech? Jameson, when you can't take a shit, what does your voice sound like?
Wow.
Good point. I mean, that's a good point. What does constipation have anything to do with your voice?
That's right.
Anybody?
All I know is Siri's voice sounds. I mean, let's just say,
pretty
does
good.
Siri have a
Were you
boyfriend?
guys impressed with my upgrade?
Kelly, I think the
Whoa.
methane levels go up, don't they?
Yeah, I would believe it would be measurable.
Okay, just check.
All right, here's the second one. Meteorologist Samantha Roberts from Cleveland 19. She responded to a Facebook post from Linda. Good old Linda said, "I found your page almost every time I open Facebook. It is annoying as hell, and I want it stopped. Despite all my attempts to block, stop, keep it from showing up, I cannot seem to do it. I do not know what you did to make this annoying page so hard to get rid of, but am trying this as a last resort to get rid of it."
Oh my god.
And good old Samantha, right? She kind. Listen, the first thing she said is, "Bless your heart, Linda. If you think my Facebook page is annoying, imagine what my husband goes through living with me." So we're gonna punch that in, and we want to find out, I guess, what she was really thinking.
Here's what Samantha was really thinking. Facebook is not that fucking hard, Linda. I'm not your IT service. Here's a solution. Get the hell off Facebook.
Good solution.
Simple.
All
Gonna be
right.
honest,
point.
family member named Linda, and that sounds exactly like her. So please, let that not be her.
Sounding correct. All right.
Oh,
Okay, good. So the end of that. All right, Freak Fan Box. We got anything, MJ?
We do not.
All right, so we're gonna go.
Pretty simple. We have no
at
fans.
least make something up, MJ. Just be like
Turn the
Bob
troll back,
Nevada
troll
says,
bot back
"Love the
on."
podcast."
Wait. Bob says that was
Yeah,
the
there
best
you
thing I've
go.
ever heard.
There you go, Bob.
Wow,
for
thanks,
saving
Bob.
everybody.
Bob Road.
Melissa says erection mistake, and it would be Tropical Storm John. Well, hey, thanks for chatting in with us, Melissa.
There you go, Melissa.
Wait.
Feel free to use that video anytime.
All right. So we're gonna close it up, and do me a favor, bring Dan in, because I might ask Dan a quick question. I don't even know
There
what
he
we're
is.
gonna do yet, but we'll see.
Hello, Dan.
So go ahead. Yeah, you can unmute.
Things always go
Probably.
well when you wing it, Phil.
When Phil says he might ask you a question, that's probably a pretty good bet
Yeah.
he's going to.
Prepare,
can
brace
you make
yourself.
sounds while you're talking again?
Shit, you can. I don't care. I think I'm all giggled out. We'll see. But... All right, so coming back in 3, 2. Oh, we got to mark that. Sorry. 1,
Oh,
16,
mark it.
30.
Mark it.
Coming back in 3, 2. Hey, so that just about does it for this episode of Stormfront Freaks podcast.
Dang
Thanks for
it.
listening or watching.
I'm sad that we're ending, man. I don't want to end.
Anyway, before I get to our next guest, if you like the show, don't forget to subscribe to our. That doesn't make sense.
Would you like the show? Would you?
I like the show.
Would you?
Wing
Could
it.
you? If you?
Wing it.
God, if you like the
keep
show,
going.
don't forget to subscribe to or follow the show so you get notified and receive the latest episodes delivered right to your podcast player the moment it gets released. And also visit patreon.com/stormfrontfreaks. Check out all the ways you can support us and we can do more with you. Dan Wallace, he's been with us tonight. He's been one of our newest VIP members, so he gets to kind
Dan.
of join us in the green room and everything else. So
Dan.
Dan, welcome to the show. It's good having you on.
Thank you.
What? So I'm curious. What is it you actually like about us that you wanted to join us?
Would you like something?
That's a
about it?
loaded question tonight.
I've heard it described as a train wreck in the comments. So
That's safe.
I think more like an airplane crash. More like an airplane
Tonight.
crash.
And special
in a
thanks to
bar.
our guests tonight, Joe and Kelly Mays. You guys are
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
All
putting
right.
up with all this crap.
Well,
And
thanks
our
for
next
having us.
episode 117, we're going to be featuring Chief Meteorologist at WCNC TV in Charlotte, North Carolina. Brad Panovich is going to be joining us. And for our Blizzard Patreon members and above, we'll be recording that episode live on Thursday, October 29th at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 o'clock Central. The video is going to be exclusively available to members for 2 weeks before it's released to the public. And our edited podcast will be available, as always, this Sunday following our recording. So I think for MJ, for Maz, Brady, Kim's not with us tonight, but we do have Joe and Kelly and Dan still with us.
Jacob, yeah.
Jacob's in the back.
Yeah.
It's a crew tonight. I'm going to signal the all clear. Good God, we got to get out of here. So good night, everybody.
Bye.
Jacob, be kind, man. Be kind.
Yes, please.
I'll
All right, so
try.
we're not going to do that format anymore.
Why not?
Like-
I love it.
Train wreck does does sound kind of good.
Good God.
Well, hey, that's a great show title. Just saying, train wreck. I mean, I think
Oh
we've
my
done
goodness.
So Curtis and Melissa and Todd and John, anybody that stuck around with us, thanks for sticking around. Dan, you too, man. I I hope you made it somewhat comfortable for
Hey,
yourself.
and they
in the
watched
room.
instead of the town halls too, so that's saying something.
Yeah, that's right.
That's saying something.
I don't even know. There's town hall.
Dang it, I
Is
forgot.
it presidential
Wonder-
or vice presidential?
Well, it's two
Presidential
separate.
duelist.
Presidential, two
at the
separate.
same time. So
Instead
Great
of the
planning.
debate.
yes.
Wow.
Two at the same
Hey,
time?
I just say I think our viewership numbers are probably similar. I think
Go
they're
vote.
Probably up
Go
there.
vote.
That's
man.
right.
That's our recommendation. Go vote. Make sure you vote. Dan, you said they just started already in Texas?
Yeah, it was actually Tuesday. That was the first day of early voting.
Okay. Thanks, William.
Freak fan box. Thanks, William.
Yeah, we needed one. You're just
Yeah, there you
we
go.
could have used that comment a little bit ago. Thanks, man.
Rock
He's
on,
going to be
Todd.
like, no, I meant Joe and Kelly show.
That's right.
So cool. Well, cool. Well, thanks for sticking around. So Joe and Kelly, I'll keep an ear on your podcast because it's
Yeah,
fun.
absolutely.
So your goal is to be done by May of next year. That's right.
I would like to. There were
Okay.
a couple times where I like if I do 2 weeks or 2 episodes a week. If we did that together, I was like, we can get done by May 10th. Well, there were like 2 times where we were gone for like 3 weeks and didn't record anything. So I don't know if that's gonna happen or not, but we'll see.
I think I'll tune in for a minute. Could feel like an hour. But, you know.
It might.
It could.
Oh God.
Sometimes you never know.
Cool. Well, Dan, thanks for joining us tonight,
Yeah,
man.
thanks, Dan.
Yeah,
How'd it
thanks,
work
Dan.
out? I'm curious with your feedback. How's that work out?
My feedback on the show.
Just just more feedback on because you were our first experiment of bringing
Patron.
someone on and
The first
all that good
Patron.
stuff.
How's the Patron?
Yeah. I mean, everything went seamlessly on this side. I could see when I was backstage and then when I was coming back out. So.
Okay.
And how did you like being called an experiment?
Well, I don't know. Unless you've got a sofa, I really can't go into it. I feel like I need to lay down and talk about my problems. So.
Man's got one behind him there.
We
He
need
could.
Dan on more often. We need Dan on more often.
Well, he will be.
He'll be here every time.
Yeah,
Every
Oh,
month.
wow! There
Every
you
time-
go.
Every time he wants to be.
Hey, bring something to drink next time, Dan. We're gonna have a nice little party.
Wait,
Cool.
he's
It is a
reaching.
party.
Oh, there he's got the
red-
red solo
Red
cup.
Solo.
Oh, there it is.
I got to tell you, someone in my family thought it was Red Saloka for the longest time. I was like, what does that even mean? Listen to it next time. Red Saloka.
My favorite was always Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me. I swear to God, they were singing, "Oh no, shoot your own leg." Listen to it.
Phil, have
I'm
you had
telling
your
you guys,
hearing checked?
listen to it. And as you're listening to it, think, "Oh no, shoot your own leg." And I swear, you're gonna go, "Oh my God, he's absolutely right."
Wow.
Wow.
no.
That's
Wow.
a segment right there.
Yeah. Wow.
Can't get enough.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for joining
Good
us.
night,
We'll end the
everybody.
We're just ending the
Thanks.
broadcast.
Night.
Good night.